Hey Kirk, Ben here doing some professional video analysis work of your swing from the San Diego camp. Just been watching your video a little while. Did find some things for you to work on. Appreciate you coming to camp, and I do video analysis work for a living, so just wanted to go over some things that I learned in the pros and some things that I can really help you out, I think, to improve your swing. So let's go ahead and get started here. A couple things in regards to our start and our setup. Everything is in a really good position in regards to I like where your hands are. I like where your angle of your bat is. I like where your eyes. I like your posture. I like where your knees are in relation to they're nice and inside of our feet. I like the distance of your feet to be just past your shoulder width. As far as for your setup for your swing, perfect. I would not change anything on your setup. Next phase of our analysis would be what we call land foot. So you go up into getting into our load position here. Your hands go back and away, which is good. You load it up. First thing I want to talk about is that front foot. And you'll notice on our land foot here that as I go back and forth with that swing, you want to land a little bit more closed and let your swing naturally open up your front side. But if I open up that front side too much, what it's going to do is it's going to take everything out of my legs and it's going to transfer it into my arms. And it's very important to keep all that weight in our legs to really use the power of our legs compared to opening up that front side here. You can see that when you open up that front side, everything transfers to my arms, and that's going to make a big difference in regards to your swing. So instead of your heel kind of facing the guy on deck, let's have your heel almost face this pole a little bit more, so you can kind of close off your front side. And that's going to make a big difference in regards to the power in your swing when you start playing these bigger fields and having to drive the ball better. Closing off that front side is going to make a big difference for you. You always want to hit against a closed, firm front side, and I think that's really going to help you in regards to that with your front foot here. The other thing I noticed too, as we want to talk about, I want you to keep an eye on that lower, that bottom hand. You can see how we create some good angle right here, but what happens is we're kind of stiffening that leg, that arm out too soon here, and what it is it's pushing my hands downward. So you can see at this point of our swing, it's just pushing our hands too far down. At this point of our swing, we would really want to have a little bit more of an angle of our arm, of our bottom arm. You can see how it's pretty straight in our elbow. So have a little bit of an angle here still, and if you do that, you'll notice that the barrels and your hands are going to stay up more in this area, and it's going to help you be more of a downhill angle to this to create that backspin and to really drive the baseball, compared to right now when you go down it's more of a lifting the ball to get underneath here, and that's going to kind of create your swing path to be more kind of this way, and I'll make this a different color where I actually want your path to be more this direction, more down and flat and through, compared to more of yours is more of a lower U shape. You want it to be kind of more downward, flat and through to create more of a backspin and more of a driving the baseball. The other thing I would really work on too is I'd place a ball out in front, and I would have it to where after the end of your swing you can see how you're kind of looking out in front. I would really get more discipline on having my head down on the baseball, and that's going to help us be different parts of the field. I would focus more on hitting the ball up the middle the other way and more working gap to gap, and it seems like with this front foot opening up and my eyes finishing out in front that I might be a little bit more towards the left side of the field compared to be more in gap to gap. So just something to be aware about in regards to our swing. So I want to back it up here and go through. You can see at the end of our swing how we finish. Everything in regards to mechanics is pretty good, but again, the only thing that concerns me is your eyes. On all your swings, your eyes were definitely looking more out in front, which means it's going to make your point of contact, where you hit the ball, is going to be more out in front. And I would want to have you work on being more of an all-around player and hit the ball to all parts of the field and really work on that ball kind of middle away compared to that ball middle in. So if that front foot opens and I make contact out in front, that's really going to affect that. In regards to at the end of our swing, pretty good line in regards to that. I would close off that front foot. You can see it's a little bit open. Kind of close off that front foot some more. This back angle's fine. Where you finished is good, but I would really focus on that front side being closed and that head position being a lot better here. So just going back to at the beginning of our swings again, good start in regards to that. You go into land foot here. See that land foot opens up too much. That head position, your head slot compared to looking out here the whole time. Really got to have it on the baseball, have it on contact a little bit more. Do a little bit better job in regards to that, but again, what happens at contact here, our hands drop. Try to keep that barrel up. As you can see right here, that barrel begins to drag on you. So if I back it up a frame, you can see at this point of our swing, you want to make sure that those hands, your hands are in a good position. It's just that at this point of our swing, you want your barrel to still be this angle. So when you approach that ball, you're going to be down and through and really drive it. But if you're going to be underneath, you can see how those hands kind of drag on us, and that's going to make us more lifting the ball. Don't ever worry about hitting the ball over the fence. Always try to hit it through the fence. So mentally try to hit the ball where it came from and have it go down and through and really drive the baseball compared to lifting it. And I think that's going to make a big difference for you. You can see when I'm out there that I'm out in front, that my eyes are really focused on out here, and you should really be focusing and keeping your head on the baseball. And again, putting a ball out here would be good to just have it down out in front so you can kind of swing and look at that ball. But other than that, there's not a lot of tweaks to do to your swing, but these are huge tweaks in regards to getting you to be more mentally gap to gap compared to just more the left side of the field or that point of contact being too far out in front. What I would do is instead of making contact with everything out in front of your foot, I would let the ball travel some more and not have it way out in front. Try to do some tee work where it's going to be more inside of our feet and really letting that ball travel to get nice and deep, to work on starting hitting the ball the other way, not over the first baseman's head, just a line drive over the second baseman's head, and you can think more gap to gap compared to if you hit everything out in front of your front foot, then it's more just going to be more the pull side or more that left side of the infield, which is fine. You want to keep that, but to more be a more all-around player, you want to start getting inside the ball more, letting the ball travel, getting a little bit deeper. Closing off that front side is going to help that ball to travel. Having a ball out in front that you look at after you hit, to have your head more on contact. We call it head slot, and just making sure that your head stays on contact much better and don't look where the ball goes. I think this is going to make some huge differences in regards to your swing if we can get you to be a little bit more consistent with that. So watch this video over and over again and go through a bunch of tee work and focus on soft toss and things the other way. Getting your lower half more involved, bringing your point of contact back, working on those hands to make sure that they stay tall, and work on driving the baseball and instead of kind of lifting the ball on occasion. And I think it's going to make some huge differences in regards to your swing. So thanks for coming to camp, and we look forward to seeing you next year.